So I'm making this video because the last video I made, somebody commented thinking I'm talking about he was trading drip. I never said he was trading drip token. I just said he's trading with drip money. Money that's in drip. Like tax vault money, tax money, or some kind of money. It's some kind of money going on. It's some kind of movement going on with some money. Because one thing, if you're gonna contradict me, then come with some facts, right? Just come with your own facts. I mean, you ain't giving no facts. All you saying is the $2 billion came from the faucet contracts. That's not what he said. Okay. He didn't say 2 billion came from the faucet contracts. He didn't say that. And then why would he use the word trading? Because you got to be careful with signage and wordage and stuff, because people can misinterpret it, what you're saying. Him being a trader, he know what trading means. So why would he use the word all time trades and trade volume 2 billion? Why would he use them words if it was money running through the contract? Like this person said that it's from Drip Faucet coming through the contract. I don't think we had that many holders. It wasn't that much money coming in for it to do $2 billion. I don't care because like when I first got in drip, it wasn't even shoot um it was only one person on YouTube talking about drip. That was Stunner. It was probably about 20 something thousand holders when I first started looking at drip. It wasn't even that many holders. It wasn't even I don't even know YouTubers talking about drip for the from the time it opened in April to December. The only person on YouTube talking about drip was Stunner Breezy. Just about. I don't know what Bartertown was because I didn't see his page, but I couldn't find no more information on drip than what Stunner was talking about. That's it. Because when I find stuff, I investigate, and I ain't seen nothing. So Stunner was the only one talking about it. That's why I ain't getting it when I first seen it, because I was like, ain't nobody talking about this. Is it working? And the web page looked like a cartoon, so was I was scared of it. I was like, oh, but I was like, Stunner was entertaining, so I used to watch his videos, and I wasn't even in drip from like the fall of 2021. And then I was watching his videos when it went from like $14 and it went to $70. And when it got to about 70, that's when I had bought a few tokens. But I seen the rise of drip. Okay. I was there. I seen it. And wasn't nobody talking about it. So ain't no way in hell $2 billion went through that faucet. I don't think that's no contract movement, because if it was, why we just now learned about this alpha? Nobody said anything about this alpha. Like when it got to 1 billion, you think it was important? Ain't nobody say nothing about it when it got to 1 billion. Ain't nobody say nothing about when it got to 500 million. Ain't nobody say nothing about when it got to 100 million. Ain't nobody say nothing about when it got to 1 million. Nobody said anything. This is the first we heard these numbers. Okay, we heard that number. And if you want to keep the community in tune to what's happening and stay in drip, that you think that would have been important to talk about? You think you would have been talking about it? Just to keep the community with some news and stuff. Even Ray wasn't even talking about them numbers. Nobody was talking about these numbers. So the person in the comments said it's coming from the drip faucet contract, and I don't believe that. I believe he's trading, because Forex is a multi-million-dollar trader. Okay, this is and drip is the only one that's left. You think it's some bygone miracle? Drip been going for 2 years, paying 1% a day to people, and when we don't have that many holders and we don't have a lot of new deposits. Okay, you gotta think it's a miracle that it's been running when the rest of them couldn't run, but they couldn't make it 6 months. Really? Yeah, I think it's a miracle. The man is a multi-million-dollar trader. Okay, all right. Enough said. So you can't tell me that this money came through the contract, drip faucet. Hell no. It ain't come through that contract. You not no damn $2 billion. Not with the price of drip being 36 cents. That means ain't nobody buying drip if the price is down. Okay, for the last year. That's what I'm saying. It was people. It wasn't like a whole like really. Now this price stayed over $100. I might could believe that it came through the contract, but hell no, I don't care. The first 6 8 months that drip was up from April to December, it was like one YouTuber was talking about it. It ain't had that many holders, so it ain't come from then. January, the price went over $100. So the people that did get in January and February, they didn't put a whole lot of money in because the price was high already, right? So you didn't get a whole lot of money during that time. And then the price started going down the rest of the year. So people really wasn't putting a whole lot of money in drip because it was going, the chart was down. It was red. It was down. It wasn't like it was a zigzag chart that, was healthy. It wasn't a healthy chart. So a lot of people didn't put no more money in than what they had. They just compounded because your deposit is sacrificed, so you ain't got no choice but to compound. So, but to see 2 billion go through the drip faucet contract, I don't think that's what this number is, because if that number was that number, they would have mentioned this number a long time ago when people was splitting drip, when people was, giving up on drip and saying drip ain't gonna make it, and drip wasn't this and drip wasn't that, and they would been when we got to 1 billion, they would have mentioned it. We got to 100 million, they would have mentioned this number. So this person in my comment on my last video talking about it came through the drip faucet contract. Not no $2 billion in traded volume. That's what they talk about. It came through the drip faucet contract. I don't see it. I don't see it. And we're all this, it's a whole lot of maxed out accounts that get paid 1% a day. And at the height, when it was over $100, Stunner Breezy's had two accounts open. He said one was paying him 30,000 and one was paying 70,000 a day. So that's 100,000 a week. I mean 100,000 a day. $1 million a week. I don't think Drip could have maintained that because Drip was high for at least like he probably got 2 months out of Drip being high. Because it started going up like mid December when the garden came out, and then January the 4th, when the farm came on. The farm was what pushed drip price up because the drip farm had a high percentage, and that pushed the drip price up. So we really never had like whales in drip. They came in with like 20,000, 15,000, maybe for the pre-sale. They might have had some. But as far as, having high price whales in drip, that wasn't the case. Not at all. I mean, y'all can go to Deck Screener and go back into the deposits on buys back in January 2021 and see how much money people put in there, because drip was way over $150, $160 then. And that was a drip. So how many drip do you think people could buy? Even though like 18,000 wallets were created, I mean, drip accounts was created. The drip price was over $100, so it couldn't have been that many people putting a lot of money. Okay, so where does 2 billion number come from? If we pay 10% tax when we deposit, we pay 5% on hydrate. Um, we know the 10% tax supposed to go to the tax vault. But the whoever's the deb of these programs, they make up how much money they want to put out in tax, how much you gonna pay in tax. That's actually their money, the tax money. Ain't no IRS looking for tax money. That's actually their tax money. So it's they can do what they want to do with it because there's no laws right now on crypto. So tax money can do what they want to do. So why is it inconceivable that the 5% that people hydrate, because people hydrate more than they deposit right now, he wasn't using that capital to to stock up on having more capital for drip. Why is it inconceivable that he was taking that money to trade if he's a multi-million-dollar trader? God damn it, he know how to trade. He can turn $1,000 into $100,000 shit. But I'm like saying, why is it inconceivable that this means trading volume? It means that that's the volume he trade. How you think he gonna maintain this 1% a day? I Because the other four things that I've named in the other video, they ain't maintained. They couldn't even make it 6 months. So what is this, some God miracle because it's forex that it's still paying out 1% a day, and we really haven't had that influx of whales coming to drip? How do you think that's happening? So the person that commented on my last video, I want you to explain why you think $2 billion went through the contracts and show me some numbers. I mean, because you can't just come on in and say something like that and then you don't show nothing. You know, I'm going by knowing that he's a trader in the trade aspect of it all, because why wouldn't Ray, he did videos on drip. Did he ever say that number? He ever say we got the 1 billion in drip faucet contract movement and money and whatever? He never said. We never seen this number before. This is what I'm saying. We never seen this number. So Ray, if he see this video, let him explain what this number actually means. What does it actually mean? Was he trading money, not drip? Because the other guy thought I was saying he was trading drip. I never said he was trading drip token. I just said he trading with drip. I might not. I might maybe I left out the word with. God damn it! But drip don't even move enough to trade. You can't trade drip. Yeah, he couldn't trade drip because it's his token. But I'm just saying, it doesn't even move. Okay, what you gonna get out of something that stays at the same price? Okay. Um, I was talking about the money from like the taxes that we pay, you know, because I could see him trading some money, because if you a multi-million-dollar trader and you can trade like that. And then one time before, he had mentioned in one of his AMAs that he trade, and he got a method he trade. He created some software for himself, but he can't give it to nobody because then it probably won't work. You remember that? Okay. Y'all don't remember that because y'all don't be listening to him. I be listening to him. Man, when he said he bought Bitcoin at $13, yeah, that man already had multi-million-dollars before he even made drip and stuff. He already had money. Okay, so he ain't using his own money to keep drip paying for 1%. And then the smart thing to do is have backup money so he can make sure it keep paying 1%. So if he could take 20,000 and turn it to 100,000, then that's backup money. Okay, and then he could put the other 20,000 that was supposed to be for the tax vault back in the tax vault and keep the other rest for the backup money. If you could trade like that, why? Where does $2 billion number come from that nobody ever mentioned? Ain't nobody mentioned when we got to 100 million. Ain't nobody mentioned when we got to 500 million. Ain't nobody mentioned when we got to 1 billion. Ain't nobody mentioned it. We just now seeing this $2 billion. I know where it come from. If it ain't, and why he call it trading volume? Trade volume. We don't trade drip. We buy it and we hydrate it. We don't trade it. Lingo, word lingo is important, and I don't think he would use the word trade if something, this money ain't come from trading or something. It gotta come from somewhere. The show ain't come through the drip contract. No, I don't think so. I don't think you ain't no $2 billion move through no drip contract. Because if that's the case, then most of it went out the door. It ain't stay. You know what I'm saying? So how you gonna pay that when we on? No, ain't that many deposits going in? You know, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. The only reason Forex was able to maintain drip at 1% because he could do something that Bank Teller couldn't do with Flow, Splash couldn't do, Piston couldn't do, and HNW couldn't do, and whoever else had something like drip, they couldn't do. That's why they ain't last 6 months. They were dependent on the holders to pay the other people, the 1%. So he can do something that none of those can do. What is that he can do? Okay, what can he do? Trade. That's what he can do. Okay. So the person that commented on my other video, you guys send some proof that it came from, hey, I'll be fair. If it came through the contracts, then, show me some numbers that this much volume came through contracts in money. $2 billion. And nobody ever mentioned this number before, ever. And Ray, he's the main man with the videos. Ray ain't never mentioned this number before, ever. Even when it got to 1 billion. You ever heard Ray say, oh, we have 1 billion in traded volume on drip? Had that ever been in the Animal Farm Telegram or I'm not even in the Telegram, but I'm like saying, has anybody ever mentioned the trade volume on drip? It seemed like that would have been some alpha news that's just put out there to keep people interested, and keep people saying drip going down. You think you would have told that, okay, when it got to 1 billion, you think you would have mentioned it. This is what I'm saying. This did not come from no damn contracts. I'm sorry. It ain't come through no contracts. So if I'm wrong, then prove it to me. Then I'm wrong that this came through contracts. But I don't think it came through contracts. I think it's money that's been traded with drip, not with the drip token, but with the drip tax money. Because we all pay taxes 5% every time we hydrate, 10% when we deposit. So that's like 15% right there. So why would usually the Deb controls the tax vault. They say they gonna put 10% in when we ain't putting it in. You know what I'm saying? They control the tax vault. So what if we put 10, he only put 5, and he take the other 5 to trade to put more money for backup money for drip. That's why drip lasted for 2 years. I'm just saying. Hey, it's a theory. Why it lasted and the other ones couldn't last? Because y'all could never say because I remember Stunner used to always say, I don't know how drip be paying, but they be paying. They been paying. They never stop paying. Yeah, okay. So the person that commented on my last video, come back with some numbers, some facts, some proofs, some pictures, something. Come back with something to tell me that I'm wrong. That this trading volume, $2 billion, didn't come from drip contracts. Like that ain't no way no $2 billion ran through drip. I don't see it. I just don't see it. I don't. I just don't. Even when I looked at some of the numbers on Drip Network CA, more people hydrate than they deposit. Okay. It's like it was more people hydrating, that means compounding, than people depositing. Okay. So you got to pay a 5% tax every time you hydrate. So where that 5% tax for hydration going? Because on the drip website it say the 10% goes in the tax vault, but they never say where the 5% going. Okay, and then I'm like, and more people hydrate than they, so it could be a lot of money to trade with off of the hydration tax. A whole lot of money. A whole lot of money. Okay. So this is what I'm saying. I'm just saying that's my theory because when they don't tell facts, then people have theories. you know, everybody got a theory. So my theory is some of that money is being traded on the market, the forex market, or whatever, and some of that is being traded on the market. Okay, Bitcoin market, forex market, whatever is being traded on the market. And I know damn well Forex being that good trader as he is, he definitely trade Bitcoin, and people that trade Bitcoin and trade it well and have a lot of money, they make a lot of money. Matter of fact, when I was in Forex trading class, the guy that used to teach us how to trade Bitcoin, he was an 8-figure trader, and that's like all he traded. That was before Bitcoin went up to 60,000. He was trading Bitcoin, was an 8-figure trader. So I know he made more money when it went up to 60,000, because the night we was on a Zoom that night, and he had the training for that night. And he showed us a chart. He said Bitcoin moved. It was like at 12,000, 11,000, 12,000. He said if it moves right here, and it's gonna go up to 15,000. That same night, Bitcoin started going up, and it went to 13,000. It went to 14,000. I swear, the next day it was like up at 15,000. So I said, damn, he was right about that. Then the next thing you know, Bitcoin went on up to 60,000, and that man was already an 8-figure trader when Bitcoin was 12,000. So imagine how much money he made when it went up to 60,000, because he was already an 8-figure trader on Bitcoin. Bitcoin makes people more money than God. Okay, so if Forrest got all that money, Forrest, if he know how to trade, he's trading Bitcoin too, besides all the other little stuff he trade. But I'm serious. He's a multi-million-dollar trader. So if you got that experience as a multi-million-dollar trader, and you got a program, and it's just, you just gonna let it just sit there and not make it. See, that's what I'm saying. That's probably why he made Drip, because he knew he could make Drip last. And y'all keep wondering how Drip still paying out 1% every. How is it still paying? Y'all keep thinking, okay? Y'all keep thinking that. Y'all keep thinking, you know. I'm just putting two and two together, because of what he is and what he done. That he's trading money. I didn't say he would trade no drip token. And I don't know why that person on my comment about he can't trade drip token because they be using. I never said he was trading drip token. I didn't say drip token one time, because who the hell can trade drip token? Don't even move. Your mama couldn't even trade drip token. So I'm like, man, see, I hate when people comment and then they can't back up their comment. Hey, I'm a debater. If you gonna prove to me that this money came through the contracts before, I agree with you. You know what I'm saying? But what my theory is, it's just a theory. So don't get your panties in a bunch. That since he's a multi-million-dollar trader, he's taking some money and he's trading, and then he puts that money aside, and that's for him to he make sure Drip stays alive, you know, because he's already a multi-millionaire. He don't need the money. This is what I'm saying. So Drip is staying alive for the last 2 years, paying out that 1% a day, with multi people with maxed out accounts. That's and like I said, back in January, Stunner was getting like $100,000 a day off of 2 accounts he had off of Drip. So in 10 days, what, he had $1 million, and and that went on for like 2 months. So he made a lot of money off of Drip. Drip still paying. All them people got maxed out accounts, getting all that money every day, every week. Drip still paying. And it's still paying. So y'all tell me, how is it still paying 1% a day when people's not depositing? We don't have no wells. People not depositing like they should. Hydration, and the price is 36 cents. Y'all tell me he's not trading no dollars. Okay. All right. That's all I got to say. Y'all just tell me. Hey, I retract. If I'm wrong, then I retract.